Maybe. Actually, do you know there are guys who are willing to put $2,500 to beat me and invite me to the States? Some guys
Really?
hate me that much.
Who?
I won't take his name.
Okay.
Won't give him any publicity.
Sure.
I think we are live.
Yep, it looks
Are we?
like that.
Yes. So, yes, live, definitely.
Yeah.
You're muted, Engin. Engin, you are muted.
You hear me now?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So how are you, Pradeep?
I'm doing fine, and thank you for inviting me. So actually a pleasure to be able to talk with people. And if Sandris also joins, all three of you are someone who can do it on the table and on YouTube as well. So you can do both things. Really big pleasure to be talking with you.
Yeah, you are one of the person that not really high level arm master, but understand from arm wrestling very well. And it's always good to have you on our program. And Chance, how are you? You getting ready for Sandris? Everyone is thinking you are underdog, you don't have chance, and you know that is for me. I don't know about how it affects you. Some people likes to be like favorites, you understand, even on the poll, and then they get upset, you know, oh, why you don't vote for me, you know, I'm gonna win. For me, I'm like, you know, please don't vote for me, please. Yeah, I want to, I have like 5 votes and my opponent they have 120 votes. It's the best thing for me. And how do you feel about this?
I agree, Ian. I love going into matches as the underdog. I kind of always have been that way, and it takes a lot of stress off your shoulders, right? If only 5 people expect you to win and you don't win, it's no big deal. But if you show up and you beat the opponent that's supposed to stomp you, the world is wild. So I'm really excited, and I'm prepared. I'm probably going to be the most prepared I've ever been for any match. So that's really exciting for me to be able to test what that level of me is capable of doing at a world level against someone like Sandris.
I understand. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I was asked already. I want to know about your upcoming match. Please talk about my upcoming match. Supposed to be I versus John Brzenk, but let's see how it will be, you know, because I don't know like how ready I can be till that time. I just don't know. Like my bicep is healing up. I will pull. It's gonna be Norway, and but right now I am still in a sleeping mode. You know, I don't want to wake up before. Okay, Sandris came before the Istanbul event that I'm gonna organize, because both are very stressful, and I can't really handle both of them at the same time. Hello, Sandris. Welcome. How are you? You hear us, Sandris?
It says he's still connecting to the audio.
Yeah, I saw that.
You're muted, Sandris.
And now?
Yeah, there you go.
Better?
Yeah.
Great.
Hi, Sandris.
Hi, Pradeep.
So you guys know each other, right?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yeah. Pradeep says that he is so sure that you like him very much.
No, I have no problem with him.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, we were talking about how favorite you are and how underdog chance is, you know, for the upcoming match, that people believes that you are gonna be the winner, and chances that it takes a lot of stress away from him for people to think that, you know, you're gonna win. and he's gonna lose. And he said that it is good that he has nothing to lose but a lot to gain. And what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Before that, also on a race channel, everyone was commenting in the chat that Show versus me would be a good match, and I kind of agree with that. And I don't know, now when it's happening, maybe some opinions have shifted a little bit, but I still think it's going to be a good match, and whoever wins, there's nothing to lose basically, so you can only gain from this, with the exposure and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it a good match anyway.
I think after your performance at WAF, people started to rank you even more higher. You won the Europeans, but there was an absence of the Russians, Georgians, Kazakhs in this. But when all were present, you still took second and third at WAF. And probably that is why people think very highly about you. Maybe you said that some people changed their minds. Maybe that could be the reason. This is what I'm thinking. Do you believe that like okay, we can be so respectful, we can just like pretend to be something, just like, oh, I respect him, this and that. But like honestly, if you talk, like, do you believe that you can beat Chance in and out both ways? Like you can hook him and beat him and top roll him and beat him? Just honest opinion, nothing to disrespect.
Yeah, I think I can beat him. I believe I'm more versatile, and I can go every lane, outside, inside, press. Do it pretty quickly as well. If I'm feeling good, if my hand control is there and I'm well rested, I think I can win. Obviously.
Yeah, being versatile is something, but being versatile and then being able to apply is sometimes the different question. Like you can be a good hook, you top roll, but just because you have this, it doesn't mean that you are strong enough to apply them when you want. So that's what I am asking. Like just imagine that this is best of 5, so you need 3 wins, and then if you are 3-0 or something, whenever you reach 3, you don't pull the other rounds. If it is not like 2-2 or something, or 2-1. So what I'm just saying that, like, you just say that you top roll him. Second round, would you go to hook with him? Just try to beat him there too, or you would just secure your way and then just win?
If first round I top roll him, then second I would go and hook. Yeah, probably.
See, this way, this is what I try to understand. It looks like you are the hunter, looking hunter in this competition, while you may give this kind of options to yourself. I am sure that Chance is only focusing on winning in whatever the best way for him. Correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The win is the only thing that matters for me.
Yeah.
I don't need to prove that I can hook and top roll and press, and I think at the end of the day, none of that really matters. The only thing that's going to matter is who comes out with a victory. So
yes, I agree. So that also puts him in a position that even to think about these things shows that he also sees himself a heavily favorite. This is what I'm thinking. While you are seeing yourself that you will find one perfect way and beat him. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean he should be the favorite. I should be the underdog. I've never placed at a WAF event or EAF or Zloty Tour or anything like that. So he definitely has the credibility, and I'm someone who's still coming up. So it's up to me to prove that I can hang with the big dogs like Sandris.
See, when we saw you against John, I think that with that John, it was the very beginning of the John's return, and so what I'm just thinking, in my opinion, with the performance, with the shape that you faced John, I think may not be enough for Sandris. I'm not saying that Sandris is stronger than John, but Sandris, in my opinion, possibly stronger than that shape of John, which was the very beginning. So do you think that you put some on it since that day? Like since the day that you pulled John, like till February 12th, do you think you will be about like 10% stronger or more effective?
It's hard to know an exact percent, but that was in July, and we're talking about February. So I have 7 months of training after a loss. If you look at me, my career in arm wrestling, anytime I take a loss, I end up taking a bunch of wins directly after. I really don't like losing. I mean, none of us like losing, I'm sure. But when I take a loss, I put my head down and I train hard. So I've been less active on social medias. I've been more active in the gym. I've been more active in the pulleys and with my training partners. And so 10%, I don't know, 10%, maybe 5%, maybe 20%. It's hard to know, but I'm definitely coming in stronger. And I think at the time I pulled John, I was my strongest up until that point.
Oh, it was the shape that you pull against John was your strongest till that time?
Yes.
Yes, and now you are even stronger. So when you pulled John, you were even in a better shape than the time that you beat all the other guys, Jordan Seal, Dan Underwood, and
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. How tall are you, Chance?
I'm 6 foot.
6. And Sandris, are you like 190 or something?
I'm 6'4". So
so 6'4" is about like 193 or
94, 93, something like that.
93, 94. Yeah. So you are about 10 centimeters taller than. Yeah.
A little bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah. And how is your preparation? And you are going to pull at Arm Wars 2 weeks before your match with Sandris, right? I say with Chance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah. And is it battleground or one-on-one super match?
It is one-on-one, 6 or 5 rounds as well.
Mm-hmm. The guy from Ireland, right? You said.
Yeah, Adrian O'Dwyer. Yes.
Oh yeah. And it's right arm.
Right arm, yeah. It's pretty interesting because we were both in Zloty in same class the year I won. So I think he placed something like 8th or 10th. So it will be interesting to see.
And this was the time that you won the Zloty.
Yes, yeah.
Oh. So 2007, 18 was it? 18,
18, yes.
18, yeah. You won the 105 kilo category.
Yeah, we were in the same class.
Yeah. And which place he took?
8th or 10th, I think, something like that.
At that time, you beat him easy, or?
We didn't pull that time.
Oh, you didn't meet each other. Oh, okay.
We didn't meet yet.
I understand. Yeah. And how is your shape since WAF to now? Like, did you quit training for some time just to rehabilitation, or?
Yeah, after Europe, probably took like, there wasn't really time to take off because after 2 or 3 weeks it was Worlds, so
yeah.
I kind of went light with the weights and in training on the table as well. And after Worlds, I took basically all the holidays off. 2-3 weeks I took off. Maybe went to gym, did some general stuff. Very, very light as well, nothing specific. And actually just now I got back from training, and yesterday I started preparing, and today was my second training. So shape, it's too soon to tell. Feeling a little bit sluggish after all the eating I did in holidays. And it's pretty hard at the moment, but after a week or so it should get better, and it should get to a point where I don't feel like passing out in training actually. So
your arm wars on what, 28, 29? When is it?
Yeah, something like that, 28, I think.
And then you have only like what, 3.5 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And how long are you going to rest before the arm wars?
Probably a week, maybe something like that.
Yeah, a week, and then you have 2 weeks later, after the armors, you will have the chance match, and between that 2 weeks, you're gonna just do like some light blood pumps.
Yeah, probably. Depends how I feel, but definitely nothing too heavy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but from now to the armors, are you going to train heavy?
No, yeah, pretty heavy. First 2 weeks.
Did you train today heavy? Did you train heavy today?
No, today I did like shoulders a little bit. So yesterday was heavy, and tomorrow is gonna be heavy as well. So
I understand. Yeah. So what I'm just curious that, like, will you reach to your top numbers before armors or not, or no need?
I will try to. First 2 weeks I will do a lot of volume, and last week I will try to hit some numbers if I can. So I don't know how close I will get to my best numbers, but sometimes numbers doesn't really speak the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. So it all depends how you feel physically. You know, is there any minor pain or injury? And usually, if my wrist feels solid, everything's feel good, then I can perform as well. So
yeah, and sometimes, when you go to gym, just because like you train with 70%, it doesn't mean that you cannot train 100%. It is just like you don't choose to.
yeah, it's just
But
not
the
necessary all
power
the
is
time.
there already with you. You just don't push yourself. But
Yeah,
anytime you want, you can do it. You don't risk yourself. If there is a tournament very near or super match very near, this is what I believe.
yeah. It's also not necessary to push yourself every day
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
max. So obviously, you need to take and be precautious in some way.
yeah. I agree. Yeah. And your numbers change, like you said that you are now, your numbers, lifting numbers are getting heavier, and you
Yeah.
said yeah.
So every single lift is getting heavier, whether it's general gym training or cable work that I've been doing. Everything is whether it's 10 pounds heavier or 40 pounds heavier. I've seen big increases on certain things that I wasn't training before, and smaller increases on things that I've been training constantly. But my rep range has gone up. So if I could have done one amount of weight for maybe 2 or 3 reps, now I can do it for 6 to 8 reps. So my muscle endurance is definitely improving as well, which is something I figured I'd have to bring to the table against Sandris.
Yep. So you, of course, some things are just private, but like we know the way that you are pulling. And my question to you is that after this, there's one super chat I will read. Maybe I'll read already. Thank you, Roger, for the super chat. It says mustache looks good chance. Yep.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you, Roger. Tug Lord.
yeah. My question is like just maybe unnecessary even to ask, but where do you see Sandris beating you? Hooking you and beating you, or top rolling you beating you? But probably you wouldn't want to say that.
Yeah, it's hard to know until I grip up with him.
You never analyze him. You never analyze. You didn't.
I've analyzed him. I've watched all his matches multiple times. Of course, I do my research, just as I'm sure he has as well. It's just hard to know how his wrist is going to hold, because that seems to be his weak point. So if his wrist doesn't hold, I think he's going to try to end up in a pressing motion, and we'll just see if he's strong enough to press through my arm. If his wrist holds and he's able to stay in the top roll position, we'll see if my wrist is able to hold up. So I think, I don't know where he would be able to beat me. Hopefully nowhere, but if somewhere, I think it would be I'll beat him because his wrist fails, or he'll beat me because my wrist fails. Or he's able to get on my through my pronator and put me on my bicep.
Yeah, I don't think that he can beat you with a dead wrist. I really don't think. But I say this not because I know a lot, but it is because even Jerry in a practice, of course, was struggling to beat you that way.
Mhm.
I don't think it is so easy to beat you that way, but who knows? We
Right.
will see. Yeah. And Pradeep, what are your opinions about this matchup?
First, I would like to ask both guests some questions, and
Yeah.
I'll start with Sandris. So you already asked about his height 6'4". I want to ask your age and how much you are weighing, because every time, Sandris, I've heard anyone talk about you who have personally met you, they always say that Sandris is one of the biggest guys that they have ever seen. And like, do you have to cut a lot of weight to get to 110 kilos in WEF? What is your like walk around weight, everyday weight?
So my walk around weight is usually like 110, 112 kilos. In the past, I was 107, 108, little bit lighter, so I didn't have to cut a lot when I compete in WAF. When I competed in Zloty, obviously 105, so I did cut like 4 kilos maybe. And but now I'm getting a little bit bigger as well, so I'm up to 112 kilos, and just after the holidays I did some weighing and I was 116, so a little bit that eating got to me a little bit, and yeah, 112, 114 maybe, something like that.
Yeah, so Chan Shaw, I believe he may outweigh you in this match, but still you are the guy with the bigger frame. And what about your age? How old are you?
I'm 27 at the moment, so
Also, you're all about 4 years older than Chan Shaw, so you both have almost the same level of ability to progress just because of the age and the
yeah.
maturity that comes with that. And about you, Chan Shaw, so my question for you is that have you ever pulled under strict rules? So as I said, you are 23 years old, I guess, and you have been competing for around 7 years, I would assume.
Yep. Just under
So have you ever competed under strict rules? Because in past 7 years, I don't think there were any tournaments with very strict rules in United States.
So
And yeah,
I competed in WAF in
okay.
2017, 16, whenever I was in Bulgaria. I did compete there, so I have competed under strict rules. But besides that, I mean, it's US rules are kind of sloppy, as everyone knows. That's kind of our style of arm wrestling. It's what we enjoy. But when I was at the WAF, I never had any issues with fouling out. I fouled once, I think, in all of my matches. And in the US, I don't really foul typically.
Yeah, so this is why I was asking, maybe it can be difficult for you because you have adapted to US rules. So going over there for after 5 years nearly, it can be difficult. And my opinion, Engin, you are asking me, just like everyone else, I think Sandris should be the heavy favorite going in this match because Chan Shaw, I believe, will mainly depend on his top roll, and Sandris can go everywhere. If he gets tired in one position, he can maybe even switch mid-match. So I think Sandris can take this match. No offense, Chance.
No, none taken. Just buy some of his steak.
Not that sure. Not that much sure though.
Yeah,
That's it, Engin.
Can you check the chat if there is anything racism is going on there, or
Yeah, that guy, some guy was telling me that why is an Indian allowed in this conversation? I don't mind it, no problem.
Okay, just follow that guy. If he goes anything like, I don't know who he is, I didn't even see the comment. If he goes that way about racism, then just block him, from the page, please.
Yeah, I'm monitoring the chat.
Yeah, that will be interesting. And okay, but honestly, not because you are not honest, but you may want to be humble or something. What do you give percentage to yourself and your opponents? Before this program, I was thinking that there would be more challenge going on each other, and yeah, it was like way too nice already, way too nice. But it's okay. What can I say? What's your chance versus Sandris' chance?
On paper, I would say Sandris has to be the favorite by maybe 70% to 30%. But I think that it may be flip-flopped. I think Sandris taking a match 2 weeks before is going to hurt. No matter if it's an easy match or a difficult match, two weeks before, because Arm Wars is all 6 rounds. So 6 rounds of ready goes, fouls, false starts. That's a lot of pressure on his arm. So I think that's going to play negatively. Sandris is also giving up a bit of weight, and he's the one under the stress. He kind of has to win to back up the Europeans' opinion that I'm going to get killed. So I think for a lot of factors, even though on paper Sandris is the favorite, I give myself probably a 60 to 70% chance of winning.
So you are giving him the more chance?
No. I said on paper it would be, but in reality, in my opinion, I believe I'm coming in 60 to 70% possibility of winning.
So you are winning 60 to 70%. That's good. Yeah, that is how you should come. Never accept. Just go there, and if anyone is thinking differently, just let them prove. Nothing is easy. In mind, you're gonna believe. And like how John went to Dubai, John had to believe. People says, hey, even John said he was the best ever shape.
Yeah.
John has to say they had to say that, and he had to believe that way. But we all know the truth.
Yeah.
And Sandris, what is your opinion about your
90.
chance of winning?
90%.
90%. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That is what I was expecting you to say. I was even expecting 100% from you.
You gotta
Yeah.
leave some percentage, never know what happens.
Yeah.
I'm always worried to go too high of percentages, because then someone's going to make a delusional Ryan Bowen video about me. So I don't want to be that guy.
Listen, if you just make, it's not about, I'm not talking about Ryan. I also respect him as well, but just, we can't really, if you would make a video every day, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. I'm not talking about Ryan. And then I understand. But whenever somebody is asking you, you have to believe. If you don't believe you're going to win, why would you accept to pull a match, You understand?
Right. Yeah. I'm definitely not flying halfway across the world to lose.
I believe John is favored against me, but everybody knows that I'm not even heavyweight. I'm not even a middleweight. Trust me. Like fat free, I'm like maximum 170 pound guy, like just say 78 kilo guy, And this guy, like we know it, but this match has to happen, not because of any ranking, because of anything proven, but it is something like two guys, from the past, just like a classic match, So it is different. So you really need to believe. And the other matches, I would like to ask your opinions. And I'm sure Sandris is gonna say the East is going to destroy West. But is it the same for every match, or is there any match that you think West is gonna win, Sandris?
I don't remember all the matches.
Okay, I remind you.
Yeah.
Hutchings versus Yordan Tsonev.
Which arm are they pulling, right?
Right, of course. I wouldn't invite Todd Hutchings.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one I think might go west side way. So I think Todd might win, yes.
Yeah. So
especially the right arm.
You don't see anyone beating anyone who is not a flash pinner, beating Todd Hutchings inside in a slow, most likely slow start pulling, huh? Endurance game. Like for yourself, if you just start in a hook in a slow match with Todd Hutchings, do you see yourself winning?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So you are saying that Todd is the favorite one, that one.
Yeah, I think well prepared Todd is a whole different monster and can be very dangerous.
Yeah, his joints. Yeah, elbow joint is really scary. Really scary.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see with his match with Lachlan how it goes. So then we'll be able to assess a little bit more. So and see what.
And what do you think about John versus Haji? The one question before this, everyone says that John is like 57 older. Yeah, I accept that all. But is Haji, did he look to you in a super shape? I'm sure he will be in a super shape in February, but did he look to you in a super shape, or he looked a little bit, elbow issues, a little bit in the WAF?
He's looking last few years he's looking a little bit sloppy, I would say. Also in his match with Todd, he didn't look that dominant as I would expect, and I don't know in what shape will John bring to the table, but I think this might be also one close match, maybe.
Close match. But where do you see the matches going? Do you see Zoloev is like without the strap for sure? Zoloev is going to beat John without like letting him sleep as he did to Hutchings. But in my opinion, John will be better about sleeping because I mean he has been doing this for like forever, you know, to even from Voivoda and many others, you know, even when he loses in the strap, but he was like pronated and went to strap. I think John will be able to do that. But once it is in strap, and then if both goes outside, like for me, I don't see Haji is just like top rolling and beating John. Haji may go this way, but at the same time, John also will go that way. So they will be like in a flat wrist position. And John is more experienced about like he was almost beating Devon in the round one. He didn't have wrist control, but he still was. Of course, it's not gonna be the same John because he will be lighter, but still, I mean, he will not have Devon against him. And so, but how do you see Zoloev winning? Outside or strap outside or strap inside?
I think it probably will go to strap, and if it does, then it might be some kind of a slow pull, as you said, where both athletes have their wrist basically straight, and I think if Haji gets a little bit more hand control, he's able to push through to the side.
Yeah. Did you see their match on A1 in 2015 when both tried to go outside?
Maybe, but I don't remember.
It was way too easy for John. You know, I'm not saying that it's the same Zoloev, it's not the same John, but it was way too easy. You know, but yeah, but let's see how. And what do you think, Chance, about that match and the Hutchings match?
So John and Haji, I would say I only see John losing if Haji controls John's hand outside of the straps and is able to control him there. I don't think that Haji is strong enough to pin John inside of the straps. I could be wrong. Obviously, I've never arm wrestled him. I'm going a little bit off of the 2015 match. And the fact that John has been progressing and getting stronger with each match. But I'm going to say John 3-0. I'm never going to root against John.
But it's when you say like you are never going to do that, it sounds like more like a country sport, you know. Was it an objective opinion or is it because of what you think of John?
No. It's not a country thing. Again, like I said, a bit of that is based off of the 2015 match. A bit of that is based off of I don't know how strong Haji is in comparison to someone like Dmitry Kachan, who's also pulling outside style. You know, I don't have they ever pulled Dmitry Kachan and Haji?
No, but Dmitry was second place to, I think, Krasimir in 2015 Europeans in 100 kg. He had a very good topple, but I think he is now what, 240, Dmitry?
Like 235.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, in my opinion, Dmitry would beat Zoloev. I don't see Zoloev is hooking him. I really don't see. Yeah.
So if that's the fact, and that's kind of what I thought, then I don't see John losing to Zoloev or Haji if he didn't lose to Dmitry. So that's kind of
but Pradeep is thinking that, you know, Zoloev is going to hook John and beat him, right? Pradeep, am I mistaken? This what you said?
I mean, it's possible, maybe.
We don't hear you. Do you hear Pradeep? I don't hear Pradeep.
Yeah, like I said previously also, the only way I see Hadzi beating, and I actually see him beating John in this match, is in a hook. But there are only 2 points of consideration or kind of worry if someone wants to see Zoloev in this match. Is number one, about the 2015 match, second round. We are not sure if John actually allowed Hadzi to get in a hook or did he force a hook on him. Like if he was able to force a hook on him, but John was able to still flatten his wrist and pin him to the side. But if that hook was forced, and we also saw Paul Lynn force a hook on John Brzenk in round 2. And Khadzimurat is like, I think if Paul Lynn can do that under not so strict rules where you can load with a lot of back pressure, still Paul Lynn was able to force a hook on John. I think under strict rules where you can only static load, not lot of back pressure, I think Khadzi will be able to force the hook on John. And second point of concern that I was talking about is when we watch the match, Todd Hutchings versus Khadzimurat Zoloev, the second match, even when Khadzi was lighter about 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when they faced first, still he gave kind of a good fight to Todd Hutchings in a hook. But in this match, it looked like it wasn't even close. So maybe if it is related to something injury related, or maybe he's not feeling inside, then it could be a point of concern for him. But I think if he's healthy, if he's near his best shape that he has been in the past, around 92, 93 kilos, which is I'm expecting him to show up at that weight, I think under those strict rules, he's going to be faster than John. And I think he can force the hook on John Brzenk. Outside, if he tries to go outside, I can see John taking his hand. Even if both of them, their wrist goes back, still John will have more side pressure than Khadzi. But under strict rules, just mainly because of strict rules, I think he will be able to force the hook just based on his speed.
What do you think about Todd Hutchings versus Tsonev?
Todd Hutchings versus Tsonev, like
I have a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, I will ask too. Yeah. Sorry.
So I'm not as familiar with Yordan as I should be. I know that he's very strong. I've seen some of his matches. I would love to pull with some Bulgarian so I can have a better idea. My understanding of international arm wrestling is very limited to video. Has Yordan ever pulled with Khadzi?
Who?
With Zoloev?
Who?
Yordan.
I don't think so. They are not in similar weight class. One was like no, they didn't. I don't remember them.
Not even in. Yeah. So I just I think Todd Hutchings is very motivated after his loss in the last East versus West. Obviously, he took the match with Corey West seriously. He beat a strong Corey West. Then now he's pulling Lachlan, and then of course he goes into this match. I think if Todd Hutchings gets through Lachlan cleanly, even if it's wars, but it's 3-0, then I would pick Todd Hutchings to win. If Lachlan is able to take one match off of Todd, then I think that Todd is coming in as an underdog against Yordan.
Mm-hmm. And what is your opinion, Sandris, about some other matches like Gasparini versus Arif? I think you voted for Gasparini, as far as I remember, on the poll.
Yeah, I think Gasparini will win.
Yeah, you see him top rolling and winning, right? This is how you see.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gasparini ever go in hook, so I think top roll, hand control, and that's the way.
Yeah, sometimes people don't go to a style just because they want, but they may be taken there. That is why I say that, not that he would choose it, but I'm just saying that, or maybe like flat for flat wrist. I don't pull hook, but sometimes I was put in hook, so I had to fight in hook. That's what I mean.
How is Arif's hook? Is it good?
I mean, Arif can pull in very different ways, and Arif, I don't think Arif is gonna go hook, but what I'm just saying, I don't know how the match is gonna go. Like maybe Arif is gonna top roll, maybe he will go shoulder press, maybe he will go side pressure. How did you see Arif at the WAF? Did you like his performance there?
I didn't really see him a lot of his matches. No.
Yeah.
I have to look up those.
First round, he beat the guy Mitko, that he had final in 2019 from Bulgaria. Yeah, it was a quick match, and then I think third match he beat Georgi Shetko, and the other guys that he beat, I don't remember their name, but all basically was the same style of pulling and very effective. Let's see.
How did he do against Tsvetkov? Easy.
Easy, yeah. Side pressure, very easy.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting because he's also strong guy. And what do you think about some other matches? Of course you are familiar because you compete in WAF events. What do you think about Betkili, Oniani versus Oleg Zhokh? But Betkili is now 90 kilo, just for your information.
Did he compete against Vlad in his class?
Who? Betkili. Betkili?
Betkili in what class he did compete?
No, Betkili didn't compete because Georgia didn't come too often.
No, before.
Oh yeah, in the past, yeah, usually he was beating Vladislav in 75 kilo category. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
His teammates tells me that like when Betkili is losing 75, 80 kilo, and Betkili, because he's 190 centimeter tall guy, and when Betkili is 90 kilo, they say like it's like totally different person, you know.
I know it's definitely going to be an interesting match as well, because you don't really hook Zhokh. It's not really possible, and also Devon struggled with it in the past. So I think Zhokh will win. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that
I've seen them after the event, you know, in 2018 Europeans, Bulgaria, right after their final matches, Betkili was 75, Zhokh was 85, and Betkili was just hooking and beating him in the strap at the side table. I'm not saying the side
but
table
practice pool, you know, it's a lot different.
Mean a lot, but
yeah,
he was beating another guy. You know, I have seen him side table, beating even maybe like Levan or something at the side table. You know, so what I'm just saying, the side table sometimes, you know, when he beats the Levan at the side table or Ferit at the side table, people like, oh, look at there, you know. But whenever if Betkili beats him, then they don't say like, you know, like, oh, look at, oh, it's just side table, you know. Of course, side table. But sometimes I see this kind of double standard, you know. I don't know. Did you remember Bojidar and Zhokh at Europeans? You know, the hook try of the Bojidar. That Bojidar has a short arm. Bojidar is probably what maximum 175 guy. You know, did you see that he hooked him? Like not so much, but he was just like there and stop him about like 20-25 seconds. You saw that? Did you?
Yeah, I think Oleg was just holding him, and he kind of Bojidar was with a flat wrist already.
Yeah, but he couldn't go. This is what I saw. He was holding, but whenever he couldn't go. I saw that the match, you know. I mean, whenever Zhokh wants, he beats the guy like this, you know. I mean, why would he hold him 25 seconds before he goes?
I don't know. We'll have to look at that match again.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe he wanted to feel things out, you know. Also, he's coming back, so I don't know.
Well, that was the only match that he chose. So
yeah, wanted to show his dominance.
No, I mean he didn't do his check-in with the other matches. Okay, and you probably don't know who Betkili is, right, Chance?
I've watched some of his practice videos just because I saw he was pulling Oleg. So anyone that has a match with him, I have to be interested to see if they have any shot at winning. And I did see the practice footage from 2018 you were talking about on the side table, which was, you know, very impressive. Of course, it wasn't starting straight. There was a little bit of a carve before the go and things like that. But practice table doesn't mean everything, but I think it does mean some things. Even if you're pinning someone on the practice table, it shows that you're at least somewhat strong enough to make them work. Because if you pull against someone who you're much stronger than, they're never going to pin you, even if it's on the side table. So
yeah, say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm actually really interested to see if Betkili can beat Oleg. I think it'll be a closer match than a lot of people think it'll be. Yeah. I still favor Oleg though.
Yeah. Imagine this way, you know, Res Serdekian is maximum what, like 173 height. What do you think, Sandris? He's short guy, you know. He's not tall guy, you know, and he's probably like 5'8" or something. This is my
he's
opinion.
like 5'8".
Yeah, 5'8". Yeah, and see, for a 5'8" guy to make 165, 75 kilo is fine. You understand? But this guy, 190, is about 6'3". He is 6'3", and he's making 165. and they made 165, and they had probably the best ever matches in the WAF history in 2018. And they had 3 matches and like minutes long. He and Rez. And just imagine this guy 165, and here he will be 198. Do you understand?
Okay.
He at Rez, it's good weight class for Rez, 165. And he from 63 guy is normally 200-pound guy going to 165, and head to head with, he even beat him once, lost twice. I think beat once with fouls, or I don't remember exactly, because I made 143s and like I was just hardly breathing, you know. But I remember they pulling. So imagine this guy head to head at 165, and he's near 200 pounds versus so how effective he can be. That is what I am thinking, and but let's see how it will be. Yeah, and you do you know this guy Betkili, Pradeep? Probably you didn't know, but probably you search later when you see the
Yeah,
match.
also I am also, I don't have enough knowledge to comment on that, but only based on what you told me in the last interview, that you told me that both were kind of fresh. They won their classes easily before that 2018 after pool, where we saw Oleg Zhokh against Betkili, and after that against Levan also probably. So if both were fresh, and I know it is a practice pool, but still that practice pool kind of showed enough that if the match goes in a hook, Betkili may beat Oleg Zhokh, because like it did not look close inside the hook. But again, like Chant said, they were not starting with a straight wrist, but that also matters a lot. If Oleg Zhokh is even able to maintain a flat hand against him, I think he's going to win. But if it goes in a hook, I think Betkili will win. But I don't have enough information about that to comment that what I think can happen in a hook or top roll. I think it will depend on that.
Yeah. And what do you guys think about the Evan versus Schoolboy? Any chance for Evan or no?
It's I think it's definitely an interesting match that you set up. I just hope that Evan comes in a really strong shape, much stronger than he pulled Ryan Bowen in the bottom 8. Because if he shows up in a similar shape, I think that he has 0% chance. But I spoke with Evan a little bit. I know that he's taking the match very serious, and he's training the most serious he has for a match, and so it'll be interesting to see. I think if it was on the left side, that it would be a little closer, but being on the right side, it's still, even though I know Evan's taking it extremely serious, I still give him maybe 20% chance to win one match.
Only one match, huh? Yeah. He knows that this match is something that can make him very famous.
Win or lose, it already has made him more famous.
Yeah, but whenever you win, it is kind of a little bit different than losing.
Of course.
And what do you think, Sandris?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Evan pulling, but I don't think that with the top roll, I think Schoolboy is a huge favorite, and maybe one lane where Evan can beat him is in a hook. I don't know how his hook is holding up, but in a WAF, it looked the weak point of Alex, and yeah, I think top roll Alex wins. If he can get into the hook with Alex, then maybe there's a chance he can take a round or two, maybe.
I understand. And what are your opinion about Michael Todd versus Geniadi? Chance?
Yeah.
I mean, like we talked about before when we spoke maybe a week ago, and like you've said many times, both guys are coming off of a loss, and neither guy can afford a loss because they're both trying to solidify themselves as one of the top athletes in arm wrestling, and whoever loses, I think, is going to start to get overlooked a bit. Especially if Michael loses. If Michael loses twice in a row, I think he has more to lose than Geniadi does. I have to root for Michael based off of practice videos is really all I have to base it off of. But when Michael is pulling through like Ron Bath very easily and Corey West very easily, and he's looking the strongest and biggest that I've seen him since I've been in arm wrestling. It gives me some hope. I know Michael hates losing. If Michael shows up anywhere close to the shape that he showed up to pull Devin, I think that he'll get steamrolled. But I am gonna favor Michael here slightly, not too much, maybe 55 or 60%.
And Sandris?
I agree as well. Both guys are coming off pretty tough losses, and both guys need a win. And with Geniadi, it's pretty hard to predict. Lately, he doesn't look that convincingly as well to me, and it's the matter of does his wrist can hold up against Michael, and I think he will take Michael's wrist, but is he able to finish Michael? That's the question. And with Michael, I really don't see how can he not go into the King's move, you know, because that's I think the only way he can go, and it's a matter of finishing. I would give a slight edge to Geniadi though.
How do you what do you think about that? You know, you mean open arm top roll, or you mean desperation move? No, seriously, because what did you mean by saying that? Because it's WAF rules. The shoulder can't go below table.
Yeah, open hand top roll.
Open arm top roll, he's doing it already. You know, he was doing it. In fact, he's not doing desperation move for some years already.
No, open arm top roll, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you are giving the edge to Geniadi. You know, normally I'm going to ref some of the matches, but that match I'm not going to ref. I'm not gonna be.
It would be a nightmare to ref.
I'm not gonna be even close to the table. You know, just like too much horsepower. You know, just let me go a little bit back and watch from there. You know.
Yeah.
And some other referee to deal with it. And there is one guy. You see that super chat? There's nothing written there, right?
Yeah, Darko, he just sent Swedish currency 50, nothing, no message at all.
Okay, thank you for the, if I can call super chat. And other matches, probably, I don't know, do you follow the ladies arm wrestling, Chance?
I do to a certain degree, because I do North American rankings, so I have to stay on.
Do you have any idea about Rebecca from Slovakia? I think did she not just beat Glatkaya in the final? She beat Glatkaya, right, in 65 kilo final. Sandris.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. I think in the strap. Yeah, and Fia. So if you don't know Rebecca, probably you can't really give your opinion. But what do you think about Sandris?
I asked Sarah about the match, because Sarah lives local. Sarah Backman. She said that Rebecca is underrated as a female arm wrestler, and I think she said, at least in the western part of the world, that maybe everyone knows Fia and they don't know Rebecca, but it's probably favorited to Rebecca. So I have to believe her opinion.
She said what? Fia is favorite, or Rebecca is favorite?
No, Rebecca maybe is the favorite, even though of course she'll root for Fia. So.
Oh yeah. And Sandwich, what's your opinion?
Is there a weight limit?
70 kilo.
70
so
kilo?
One is 65 kilo world champion, the other one is 70 kilo currently, and then they will put in the 70. So Rebecca will be heavier, Fia will be in the same weight.
I think this position favors Fia more, because if you need to go up the weight, usually what happens is, you know, the angles just doesn't feel right, and you need to get used to it with some time. I think Fia is favorite in this one.
Did you know that Rebecca in 2019 WAF, right before the pandemic, pulled 80 kilo WAF?
No.
Yeah, she was in 80 kilo, and she gave some trouble to those girls, like Gabriela and other girls. Yeah, some trouble,
Interesting.
Yeah, some, not so much, but still, it wasn't like walking in the park, So
Yeah, I
she's
think
not so like stranger to the heavier categories. Yeah.
no, but I think Fia will be not huge favorite, but maybe 60% to Fia.
Yeah, 60. And Pradeep, do you have any opinion about this? Both,
No,
I think
not
my
really,
team,
but just and I was thinking that it is a 65 kg UF champion versus 70 kg UF champion, but you told that she was competing even 80 kilos before that. So maybe the weight won't make much of a difference in this match, and she can easily get to 70 kilos. So the weight won't really matter. Well, almost impossible to comment that. I've seen Fia Raisa compete a lot. If it were with a familiar opponent like Marlin Klein Smith or someone like that, then I could have made some predictions or opinions. But no, I don't really have anything to say about this.
I understand. Yeah, and Sandis, what do you think about Efe and Rambet left arm?
How is Efe's right arm doing?
Right arm, it's not like broken. Is anything like he can't do anything with pronation. I think there is something, some problem, but it is not like any like it is not broken. It's not like, I mean, I think he can compete this year with right arm, but not
Maybe
yet.
some tendon injury or something like that.
Yeah, something. He said that, I told him that, Sandris came to me and he said it was broken, and
Because it
Efe
felt
said
like that. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Efe told me that, he said, like, if you would hear the sound, you would also think that it was broken. He told me.
Yeah, there was a very loud pop. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah. This is exactly what he told me. Yeah. And I was so serious. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I really thought that it was broken after you told me. I really thought, but I'm glad that it's not. Yeah. Do you know why
yeah,
it
of course.
happened? Because he was hooked and it was already pinned. The referee
Yeah,
failed to call.
there
So
were
whenever
two pins actually before.
yeah, from outside, whenever he was coming to the inside, at that, like, before he locked himself, you hit him again. So I think in that point he got injured. This is what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
But
Yeah.
how's can he train? Can he pull something in
Right now,
practice?
he said that he can do some bicep or something, but nothing about the. He cannot pull and he cannot train pronated. Is what he told me. But
I'm just thinking how will it be for him to hold on with the right arm?
he's not gonna pull right arm. He will pull
No,
left
but
arm with arm.
hold
Yeah.
on onto the table.
Oh,
So,
no, he can. There's no
yeah.
problem with that. Yeah. Especially we have more than 1 month. By the time that, Istanbul event, there will be almost 2.5 months, from, I mean, even if it was broken, it would still hold the peg, But
Yeah.
no, that's not the thing, Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to predict. I think maybe Efe.
Yeah. I don't see Ran Kaprol in Efe, but I may be wrong. Yeah. You remember you tried to take his hand with the left arm. His fingers felt strong, right?
Yeah. His wrist felt very solid. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So,
you went inside. Yeah. I saw it. Yeah. So if Ran has that ability, then it's possible. But if Ran doesn't have that really quick lightning, hooking ability, then I don't know. Yeah. Today
I don't think Ron is the fastest arm slower in the world.
Yeah.
He's
Today
not
he
too
came.
slow though.
Yeah. Probably he was faster when he was younger. Probably we all are getting, I know, slower. I also get slower.
Yeah.
Still fast enough. So, what do you think, Chance? You ever followed? Probably you followed Efe a lot, huh? Because
Yeah, I was, of
he
course.
was gonna be your opponent,
Yeah, I think that FA should be a heavy favorite. Ron's left hasn't looked that good to me as a spectator since his match with Jonathon Breda. It looks like he maybe injured himself or something like that. Because then following that match, he had a match against Jordan Sill, who Jordan Sill was able to control Ron's hand, and Ron didn't really have any chance. So I'm going to go with Efe on this. Even though I'll be in Ron's corner rooting for him, I wouldn't bet on Ron.
Yeah. I understand. And what do you think about Zura versus Jonathon? Jonathon says that he's gonna surprise everyone with left arm. What do you think about Jonathon's left arm chance?
It's probably the best right now at 100 kilos in the United States.
He's the best, you think, under 100 kilo?
Yeah, technically I think he's ranked second or third, but I would put him as the number one guy in my personal rankings. So I think that he knows he's coming in as a huge underdog against a very talented opponent who's very strong, very technical and used to the rule set. So I know how serious he's taking it. I know what he's putting his body through. So you know, I think that he is going to surprise some people. I still have him as an underdog though. Maybe Breda has a 30% chance or 40% chance at winning.
Yeah, Zura is normal. You know, the heaviest we saw him in Europe was 85 kilo, under 87. So he's gonna come 220 to 25. I think Breda will be the same.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know. Yep. So also the right arm, Rambet, he's 112 kilo, he told me. And Zurab is about 100 kilo. What do you think, Sandris, about Rambet versus Zurab? Do you think that Zurab, you know, he's 100 kilo, but, you know, he's like maximum, 175 centimeter guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like really, like not his weight class, but he's just like, but still, you know, it gives a lot of power to be that heavy.
Yeah, he's been really pushing it, and I've seen some pictures of him, and he's looking just huge. And he's haven't competed in a long time, so I think that can play some kind of a role in this match. And I would put Zurab as a slight favorite, but I don't know if Ron comes into in a good shape and solid hand. I think it can be an interesting match as well.
Do you see them any close inside, or Ron's only chance is top rolling Zurab?
I think Ron probably is going outside. I don't know how strong is Ron hook. Should ask Chance probably about that.
I understand. Yeah.
About Ron Bath's hook, I don't remember if he's I cannot say if he's at the same level yet. Till like 2018 we saw Todd Hutchings versus Ron Bath. It wasn't in a deep hook but slightly supinated that match, as far as I remember, if I remember it correctly. And Todd Hutchings, it took him around 20-25 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds at least every round to pin Ron Bath in 2018. How much age has taken away from Ron Bath in these 3-4 years?
But both okay, I understand, but both were like getting older, you know. One was 53, other one was 57 or 56. So if Todd is still strong, okay, maybe not. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do that kind of calculation, but yeah, Ron inside is also very strong, yeah, for sure. And yeah. And
can I say something about that, Ingrid?
Yeah.
So I think that the biggest thing with Ron, his right hand, is if he's over his injury. In May, he had a super match against I can't remember the gentleman's name from Armenia. Do you know who I'm?
Yeah.
So Ron had an injury in his pec in that match, and that's why he had to cancel my super match against him in June the following month. So if Ron isn't 100% healed, and he's not able to access his side pressure, like he was having issues, I think that he's going to lose the match.
You are saying that he is hurt with the right pec or the left?
So he was dealing with injuries left and right from what I saw. So against Jonathon Breda in February, he didn't say he was injured, because Ron will never say, but if you look at his following matches, something looks off. And then, so that was in February that the left had an issue and the right had an issue maybe in May when he pulled the Armenian, because he had to cancel his match against me.
But after that time, he didn't pull anyone with right arm?
No, I don't believe so. Not until his besides practice with Michael Todd and things like that. I don't think that he's had any matches.
Okay, but I don't think that he would want to pull a match overseas, if he didn't feel that he's ready now.
Yeah, but Ron is a stubborn guy. I think his arm could be broken and he thinks he would be ready for a match. So
yeah, but he really wanted to pull here. Not that he just said on one of the YouTube program with John Brzenk, he said, "Hey Engin, you hear me? Like, get me there, and this is how it started, and so he really wanted to come. Not that I asked him, hey Ron, what do you think? But when a legend like that, Ron is asking a match, of course, what can you say?
of course,
These guys are gold, while they are still pulling. I mean, I am only happy to see them pulling. And yep, so these are the matches. And Cherkesov versus Yusuf. Did you ever follow Yusuf, Sandris?
No,
The
no.
top 8 matches here. He had wins, he also has losses, but he also has wins. He beat Christo Delijakov, and he beat Daniel Prokopchuk here. And he one win against Bojidar, 1 round, but Bojidar beat him twice. And then he also had win against Aydar Khan from Kazakhstan. Yeah, so he is not, bad. He's very strong. Like in hook, I can't move him, just not at all, But so he's gonna go with Cherkasov. So since you don't know Yusuf, you probably will go with Cherkasov. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, can't really comment on that. Yeah, haven't seen Yusuf much, so.
Yeah. And Chance, you don't know Yusuf either, right?
I actually I'm not too familiar with either of them.
Yeah, the guy that always put the video with me, but of course, I'm much heavier than him. But yeah, and you Pradeep, you don't know Yusuf either, right? He's the 65
No, I
world
know.
champion. He's
Yeah, I
140.
remember. I remember his matches. It was your first event, right? Where best 2 out of
Yeah,
3
yeah,
super
yeah.
matches
Every
they
round,
had.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Very
him pinning
competitive.
Bojidar, a guy with the beard, and against Daniel Prokopchuk also. He also beat him. So, like you were talking about, inside you don't have a chance, but we all saw that Oleg Cherkasov is only outside. Maybe against Daniel Prokopchuk he was going outside, but I'm assuming that he relies heavily on top roll. And you just said that he can be beaten. I'm not saying Oleg's top roll is at your level, but if it can be, if his wrist can be taken, and Oleg we saw with his top roll won the WAF championship in a heavier weight category, 5 kg heavier. I think maybe Oleg can beat him with
Yeah.
top roll.
Do you follow the chat? Do you see any good questions
No,
that
just
you
in
like?
the first the chat was all about can ask the Chen Shaw and Sandris and everyone can they beat Ryan Bowen, and right now it is all about Levan Seganashvili's body parts, his kidney, his liver, his legs, arms, just that. One question. Megatron asked to both Chance and Sandris, how do they see the future, the next upcoming matches? Who do they want to face if they win this super match in February?
Chance, you first.
Sure. So after I beat Sandris in February, in April or maybe May, sometime maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months after my match, so I have time to recover and train, I'd like to pull against a top US guy, someone ranked above me. I'd really enjoy a match with Todd Hutchings or Tim Breznan.
Yeah, Tim Breznan is hard challenge for your wrist. One of the most solid pronators I have ever seen. Yeah, people are lucky that the guy didn't start early. He started late 30s. Yeah. That guy's pronator is like, especially in his prime, was rock solid. And what do you think, Sandris? After you lose to Chance, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah, after I beat Chance 3-0, I will probably have a match with Norman Thompson in March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the number 1 spot in Latvia officially with the right arm, and after that, it will be getting pretty close to WAF Europeans, so I will prepare for that. And after that, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Like there are a few things that I want to clarify, and then we can finish. Many people, like when they see that, like for example, like guy is beating like this, and they say, "Hey, look at his shoulder is also below too." See, he's giving shit to desperation move, but look at he's doing too, guys. I know, like you guys don't know about arm wrestling, but it is not the same thing, that to making yourself up like this here and then putting pressure down. There is no like leverage advantage like this one. It's not the same thing. Please, when you make this kind of comments, just please don't make this kind of comments, because it really look terrible for you. And there are a few things that I sometimes see, like there are like people says like, and also the people says that like people, I made even videos, but guys, this and this are not the same thing. What I'm just saying, that your shoulder needs to be somewhere that when your arm is stretched, it can still come to the pin pad. See here, your arm is stretched. Just because you go down, your arm is like, okay, you didn't pin, but like every centimeter of your arm is stretched. Just like what can you open more? So that is the difference between open arm top rope and desperation move. I made some videos. If you just go back and check, it can help you. I'm not talking about majority, 98% of the guys know what they are talking about, but some guys, they don't know. Yep. And so thank you very much. And yeah, Pradeep, yeah.
So earlier you said about, when somebody asked about Michael Todd, you said that he cannot go under the table in a losing position. Of course, I think you mean, but you will be following WAF rules, and WAF rules, as far as I remember, say that it is only a warning, even if you go under the table in a losing position.
Yeah, so but same second, just get up. He didn't get up, just same second. I will tell referees, just like same second. In WAF, they are not using that rule needs to change. Instead of a warning because of the dangerous position, it needs to be an unfair advantage and a direct foul. It needs to be, and people agree about it. We just need to propose this and then to change the rule. But I will, in the WAF, they are late. They are like, well, get up. Just like, how long are you gonna say get up? The guy already took the advantage. He goes down, get up. Same second, he's not moving, just foul, finish. That's how it will be. If anyone is, really depending on this, I'm not saying Michael is not going under table for like 3 years. He's over. Oh, yeah, you can see that. So it's not about Michael. There's one more question. And Rogers, thank you, Roger, for super chat. He says Sandris is still in Norman's hair do. Am I reading wrong, Pradeep?
No. Maybe Chance can explain. Which Norman is he talking about?
Hairdo is a haircut. Just haircut. Yeah.
He's talking about what? Norman Thompson's or what?
Yeah, Norman Thompson's. Yeah.
So I'm stealing his haircut?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the thing in Latvia, to become strong in arm sling, you have to shave your head. So
I heard that it's not true. I heard it's not true.
Are without hair.
Sandris, I heard it's not true, and you have this hairstyle since you're born.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, guys, would you like to add anything? And I wish you guys best at the February event. And I hope, Chance, you're gonna beat Sandris because he's heavily favorite. Even though I am organizer, I want the underdog to win. Sorry, Sandris, but everyone thinks you're gonna win. I want the guy who is not favorite to surprise us. I hope you don't mind that I want this. Everything will be fair for sure. But I just want, because when people are saying that, oh, this is a mismatch, so somehow I want to be proven in a different way. Yeah. You guys, okay, one more question. Sandris showed head with the mustache. What's that? I can't see, the light is coming.
So shaved head with the mustache is the key.
Yeah, Jonathon,
so Sandris still needs Chancho's mustache, then he'll reach top level. Jonathan Breda, it was a super chat from Jonathan Breda.
Oh, Jonathon, hey Jonathon. Yeah. Jonathan, Zura looks very strong, my friend. Very strong. So you are in trouble. So you be careful. You bring here your 100%. And Chance, okay, your last words before we finish the program.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for inviting me to not only to be on today, but to be a part of the event of February 12th. It's, you know, it's probably the biggest arm wrestling card that I have ever seen. I'm not sure if in the past there's been something bigger, but as far as I know, it's the biggest card I've ever seen, and I'm excited to be a part of it. There's a lot of amazing athletes that are on the card, so to be one of them is an honor. Because you chose me, I'm coming in as strong as I possibly can. And Sandris, just be ready to lose. I mean, 3-0, it's gonna look sad for all your supporters, but I think you'll recover.
Yeah, well, before Sandris, I want to say something. Chance, you may be the only one that I may allow to compete with the Hawaii shirt on you.
Thank you.
But I don't promise, but I will do my best.
I'll bring one just in case.
Oh, Jonathon Breda says Zura is in big trouble. Okay. What's that? 5 weeks? Wow, the time has come. 5 weeks, only 5 weeks. Wow. We will see 5 Saturdays and then the time is here. Yep. The press conference will be good. Travis may be coming for that. He may be sitting between East and West, and then Yep. But let's see if he's coming or not. But he said he is. But let's see. And maybe Lewan and Dennis, they may be coming. Yeah. Just to watch as a honor guest, but not sure because Levan, because of the movie thing, and then Dennis, he will see. He sent me a message by Ivan Matyushenko, and then hopefully they will come. They will be our guests. And yeah, you want to say anything more, Sandris, about the comment, the 3-0 thing? So
no, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that to the table. But I just want to say thank you for organizing this event. Probably one of the greatest arms link cards in history. And just want to wish everyone strong and safe New Year and Happy New Year as well.
Yeah, thank you. It will be big honor to host you guys as the same others. It will be historical event, and we will do our best to host you guys as you deserve. Arm Masters deserves best of everything. Because we are paying the price as much as other sport disciplines, and I know how much price you need to pay with the bars and rubber bands, injuries and everything, weight loss and everything. So we all together gain the worldwide respect that we deserve, all together as a family, And yeah, again, thank you very much, and thank you, Pradeep. You want to say anything more?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, thanks for inviting me. Like whenever I get opportunities like that to learn from you guys, I'm never going to say no. Some people may comment that I do not belong here, which I kind of agree to. But for me, it is a learning opportunity. Why would I miss it if I'm getting an opportunity like that? And second of all, again, I'm kind of upset you haven't even asked once in this 1 hour, 10 minute for people to buy the pay-per-view. And you're the promoter of the event.
That's the problem with me, that, like I even forget, because I don't do this seriously. Like I really hope that you will cover pay-per-view so I won't lose anything, But like my intention is, as I said yesterday, I'm still looking like I asked Irakli, Zirakashvili, like, would you pull, Clement Dimitrov, like one more match, and then Raymond is saying, stop, because if you ask me, I'm gonna put their 30 matches, even if I lose money, you understand? But I will be happy if the community supports us. If they don't support, I will lose. It's okay, but I can't really afford to organize again. But if you guys support us, I won't be doing like 16 matches like this time. This is gonna be like a festival. But I'm thinking that 5, 6, 7 matches next time. Again, with these high level pullers. And so if you support, thank you. I couldn't put when I go to live through the Zoom, I don't know how, I can't really turn things, just I'm going to put the link, the GoFundMe link, if you want to. People are asking if they donate. money for the t-shirt, how they are gonna get it. When you donate in the GoFundMe, you will be contacted by a message. They will send you a message. You're gonna give them your size of t-shirt that you want. All those t-shirts will be signed with all the top athletes, and then you will gonna give the address, and then we are going to send you those signature, t-shirts to your home address, and then you are also gonna be giving pay-per-view, and if you donate like 25 or over, and then you're gonna get pay-per-view. You can also buy the pay-per-view by donating, not to donating, but buying $9.99 from the Core Sports channel. And so, but the $25 is also like pay-per-view you get, but you also support the event with the donation, So okay, I think that's all. I will put those links later, and if you support us, I will be thankful. If you don't support, still, thank you. Okay, guys, you all take care, and hope to see you in 5 weeks. 5 weeks, East versus West, and yep. And
Thank you.
you have a safe trainings and safe travel, and take care.
Thank you again.
See ya.
Okay,
See ya.
bye-bye.